for by the New World Order.
Oh, you didn't know?
You ready? Let's go.
Are you ready? I said, are you ready? Feed me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, my name is Big Daddy Cool Vinny Apicella, and this is another episode of the Sportswire. That's right, we're here, ladies and gentlemen. We are here from SWE Studios, and we're bringing you another attack to your audiological senses. We are airing or scoping this recording section live on Periscope. So in the future, just follow SWE Connecticut, and we will be live every time we record. You can send your questions right there through the Periscope app. So download it. It is SWE Connecticut, the same as Twitter. All right. I'm starting to sound too much like Chris Jericho. All right. But first off, I want to give a shout out to our couple of sponsors. The first one is Wayne Jones Management Company. The website is www.blemg.com. Once again, www.blemg.com. And also, we've got Jerry Wilson from It's So Real Productions. His link is facebook.com/jerry.wilson.180410. So check them out because they're going to be our sponsors right now. Okay, all right, so we are live on Periscope. We are also here at the SW Studios. This will be recorded and then released to the public for your consumption in your ears. Remember, you can always find us on Facebook, facebook.com/SportswireCT, facebook.com/BDC Vinny Apicella, Facebook.com/Fat Cat Radio Enterprise. You can also find us online, SWE-CT.com and MyFatCatRadio.com. We're currently at 0 viewers on Periscope, so definitely get the follow button up so that anytime I go live, it comes right to your phone or your whatever device you're going to use for Periscope and get the push notifications. All right, you can also... Let's see, I gave you the Facebook, gave you the website. The website's all now Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, Foursquare, Periscope. What else is out there? Pinterest is all SW. Oh, yeah, SoundCloud as well. I forgot about them. SWE Connecticut. And then on YouTube and Google Plus, it's Sportswire SWE. So we've got a lot in store for you today. We've got a huge jam-packed episode for you. We've got 5 songs as normal that we're going to play. I'm also going to try to go over the MLB All-Star Game and Home Run Derby. The Home Run Derby happens tonight, meaning Monday night, July 13th. Tomorrow, July 14th, is the All-Star Game live from Cincinnati. You know, the Red Stadium over there. I'm not sure exactly what it's called. But either way, it's live tomorrow night on ESPN. Tonight, the Home Run Derby is live on ESPN. Actually, tomorrow night, I believe it's on it's on Fox, so it's not on ESPN. We also have our dumb laws of the day. And also, you can always go on Facebook and follow us and like us and send your questions to us. This way we can talk about, whatever you want us to talk about. We're going to jump right into things right now because, time is of the essence. And if I don't jump into it, we might go over an hour and a half, which is not a bad thing, but I don't know how long our listeners want to listen to my voice. All right, so we're going to jump right into it. Tonight is the All-Star game, the Home Run Derby. It's actually a new format. Normally, you would have like 3 rounds of 10 outs each per player, and then the number of home runs you hit is what determines who moves on to the next round. This year it is different. They're actually doing like a King of the Ring, King of the Diamond style tournament. 8 seeds, and the seeds are determined by the number of home runs each player has hit as of July 7th. It'll be 3 rounds, which would mean it'll be a lot quicker. Instead of outs, it's actually going to be determined by minutes. It'll be a 5-minute round. In the first round, you're going to have 8 players. Each player gets a 5-minute round. The thing is, though, they can earn more time. Anytime there's a 420-foot home run, or if you hit 242, if a player hits 2 420-foot home runs, they will get an additional 60 seconds. If they hit a 475-foot run, it'll be an additional 30 seconds. That's up to a minute and a half longer. The other thing that's going to add time on is that during the final minute, any home run that's hit during the final minute will stop the clock, and the clock will not restart until a non-home run hit hits the ground or a batter swings and misses. So, in essence, if you're in the last minute of the round and you keep hitting home run after home run, you could go on forever. So, it's the same thing as the outs system, because obviously, if you're gonna end up not keep hitting home runs and not hitting outs, it's gonna go on forever, anyways. But it might shorten it up a little bit. So let me give you the full seeds. The full seeds, all right. If I can find them here. Because we're going to have, there's quite a few, there's a lot of good players, if I can find the brackets. Right, come on, there we go, where are we? I just had it. Okay, I thought I had it, but I guess not. I have to find the actual, Home Run Derby format. But I am going to share the Home Run Derby format picture to Facebook and let you guys know that that is what I'm looking at right now. Because, quite honestly, that's what I'm looking at right now. Sharing it from ESPN, the new Home Run Derby format. I'm going to share it to both BDC Vinny Apselli, and Sportswire CT. Just because, that's what I'm doing. Let me find out where the 8 players are, because I thought I had them, but I guess not. 8 players, we got them. Where is the... Alright, well, that's not where I wanted it. You're going to have to bear with me for a second here, because I'm trying to find the actual brackets for the Home Run Derby. There we go. Here are the brackets for the Home Run Derby. In the first round, the number 1 seed, Albert Pujols, will face the number 8 seed, Chris Bryant. Number 4 seed, Jock Peterson, will face the number 5 seed, Manny Machado. Number 3 seed, Josh Donaldson, will face the number 6 seed, Anthony Rizzo. And the number 2 seed, the hometown boy, Todd Frazier, will face the number 7 seed, Prince Fielder. So there's your all-star game, and then... once the first round is over, they move on to the second round, and then to the third round. It's like a King of the Ring bracket where you have, the first 8, you get the round of 8, then the semifinals and the final. I think it's going to be a great time. I will definitely be tuning in tonight, possibly. If not, I'll be watching it on demand, and so definitely check it out. Of course, it's on opposite Monday Night Raw, but I usually watch Raw on Hulu, so either way. So that is the Home Run Derby lineup for you for tonight. If I was to bet, I would probably have to go with either Albert Pujols, who's getting up there in age, but he's having a great season this year, and either that or Prince Fielder. That's the number 1 seed or the number 7 seed. Prince Fielder, obviously he's having an off season if he's at number 7, but he's still a great all around player. It was good to see his father, Cecil Fielder, out on Yankees Old Timers Day because Cecil Fielder only played a half a season with the Yankees, but either way, he's a great player, great legend of the Diamond. All right, so that's your home run derby lineup. For the All-Star Game lineups, and the All-Star Game, the All-Star team, let's start with the American League, the team that I will be rooting for since I'm a Yankees fan. All right, so start your starters. Like I said, there are actually 1, 2, 3, 4 Kansas City Royals starting in the starting lineup for the American League All-Star Game. That's crazy. At catcher, Salvador Perez from the Royals. At first base, Miguel Cabrera from the Tigers. Unfortunately, he is on the DL, so he will not be starting. In his place, will be starting. Let's see. In his place, starting will be first baseman Albert Pujols of the Angels. At second base, Jose Altuve from the Astros. At third base, Josh Donaldson from the Blue Jays. Shortstop, Alcides Escobar from the Royals. Your 3 starting outfielders are Mike Trout from the Angels, Lorenzo Cain from the Royals, and Alex Gordon from the Royals. Unfortunately, Alex Gordon is on the disabled list, so starting for him will be Brett Gardner from the New York Yankees. He will be starting in the outfield. Congratulations, Gardy. He's injury replacement for Gordon, and he will be starting for Gordon. And then your designated hitter is, even though I don't know why there's a DH, because they are playing in a National League stadium. So the DH is Nelson Cruz from the Mariners. And your reserves, your 2 reserve catchers, Russell Martin, former Yankees, from the Blue Jays now. And then Stephen Vaught from the Oakland A's. Your backup first baseman, Mark Teixeira, who made it in as a replacement for the injured Cabrera, and he will be backing up Pujols, so he might get some playing time. At second base, Brett Holt and Jason Kipnis. Holt from the Red Sox, Kipnis from the Indians. Your third second baseman is Brian Dozier from the Twins, and he's an injury replacement for Jose Bautista. So Bautista was supposed to be there, but seeing as he's injured. Your backup second shortstop is Jose Iglesias from the Tigers. Your backup third baseman are Manny Machado from the Orioles and Mike Moustakas from the Royals. Your backup outfielders, Jose Bautista, who, like I said, is injured, so he will not be playing. And then Brett Gardner, who is now starting. And then Adam Jones from the Orioles, J.D. Martinez from the Tigers. And then your backup DH is going to be Prince Fielder from the Rangers. As I said, Alex Rodriguez got snubbed. I feel he should have been there, whether it be for third base or DH. He's having a fantastic season after coming back from his suspension last year. So I would definitely have liked to see him there. But hey, you know what? It is what it is, and I can't fault him. I can't fault people for not voting for him, but the management should have brought him in anyways. For your pitchers, Chris Archer from the Tampa Bay Rays, Dellin Betances from the Yankees, Brad Boxberger from the Rays, Zach Britton from the Orioles, Wade Davis from the Royals, Sonny Gray from the A's, Felix Hernandez, King Felix from the Mariners, Kelvin Herrera from the Royals, Dallas Keuchel from the Astros, Darren O'Day from the Orioles, Glenn Perkins from the Twins, David Price from the Tigers, Chris Sale from the White Sox, and then Hector Santiago from the Angels, who replaced the injured Sonny Gray. As far as the starter, I don't know. They haven't announced the actual starting pitcher. I think it's going to be Chris Archer from the Rays starting tomorrow night at the All-Star game, which would be craziness. A Tampa Bay Ray who's obviously in last place. But it is what it is. So I'm going to share this as the American League All-Star roster. I'm going to share it on both my pages now. And that's a good thing. That's a really cool thing about Facebook and Twitter and being able to do these podcasts online is that I could share this stuff at a click of a button and while I'm podcasting. And, it's like you guys could see what I'm actually going over at a specific time. All right, so that's your American League All-Star roster. All right, I'm going to go to our first song before I get to our National League All-Star roster. So our first song is going to be from our buddy here, from the our buddy J-Deuce. He's been on Fat Cat Radio for a while now. I played him now probably since the beginning. Not every episode, but whatever. Here's J-Deuce with a bunch of his friends, and Never Take Us Down right here on the Sportswire.
From the vast, expansive universe, a small city at the heart of the United States, one borough is responsible for the birth of hip-hop.
Say on the track with an army behind me. Say on the track with an army behind me. And say on the track with an army behind me. And say on the track. And say on the track, signified in the back. Got an army all behind me, opposition is whack. Devils try to take me down, but we're sending them back. This is not your opinion, this is a matter of fact. I'ma make the speakers blow, better keeping on track. Knowing who is on my side by the way that they act. Many people can rhyme, but not many can rap. If you don't respect the game, then you're caught in the trap. People try to take me down, but there's something they lack. It's a call of my God, it's picking up all the slack. Set yourself on the map, what you thinking of that? I'm believing in the meaning of the truth in this crap. Try it all you want, you'll never take me down. Get up on my block, you'll never take me down. Baby's how we live, you'll never take me down. Never, 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 no. Try it all you want, you'll never take me down. Get up on my block, you'll never take me down. Baby's how we live, you'll never take me down. Never, 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 no.
During this ride, make sure your belt is fastened. With J-Deuce is rapping, amazing happens. Forward in high fashion, that's the main attraction. Very little I'm lacking, many lines I'm packing. You want something real, let us be your satisfaction. Similar to NFL Madden, these tracks I'm tackling. I look to inspire you with the rhymes I'm stacking. It develops into verses supposed to be attractive. So it looks good, consider it lyrical fashion. Cause my concepts and metaphors are all matching. Ain't nothing about me fake, so you know I ain't acting. But I'm still entertaining, some lights, camera, action. Put me in your headphones, your head is in the hurricane. That's how it is, the way I blow your mind away. Compare me with the Tampa Bay Rays, cause I'm the underdog fighting, taking out the devil, Lord devil.
Try it all you want, you'll never take me down. Get up on my block, you'll never take me down. Baby's how we live, you'll never take me down. Never, 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 no. Try it all you want, you'll never take me down. Get up on my block, you'll never take me down. Baby's how we live, you'll never take me down. Never, 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 no.
Honor God, that's the name that I'm living by. I'm saved from the sin and high, I'm praising the living God. I serve him, hate sin, I'm a vessel. I use gifts, bless you like het you. Bless me, Lord, teach me how to live life, imitating the perfect example that is Christ. Everybody dies, but not everybody lives. So we serve Jesus because life is who he is.
I'm a change, this is far from a phase. I'm shooting every phrase, aim to give my God praise. In my sins I was chained, living something like a slave in a cage, so afraid. Now I'm boasting on his name. He is the lion, coming down from Zion. No line or denying, after troubles come to triumph. Don't fear 2012, no mind hieroglyphics. I will not fidget, get my wisdom from his scriptures.
Try it all you want, you'll never take me down. Get up on my block, you'll never take me down. Baby's how we live, you'll never take me down. Never, 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 no. Try it all you want, you'll never take me down. Get up on my block, you'll never take me down. Baby's how we live, you'll never never take me down. Never, 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 no.
All right, and that was J-Deuce and Friends on Sportswire, and that was Never Take Us Down. Great song, probably one of his best songs that I've heard. So definitely check him out. That is J-Deuce. He's I believe he's got his songs up on iTunes as well. All right, so just announced. I do want to say M&J Video Games and Collectibles, who also took over First Base Cards and Collectibles in Wallingford. They are going to be having an autograph signing on August 29th from 1 to 3 p.m. Former WWE commentator, now Lucha Underground commentator, Matt Stryker. He will be coming in for an autograph signing August 29th. I believe that's at for M&J First Base Cards and Collectibles in Wallingford. I could be mistaken, but I will get that info to you. You still got about a month to get ready for it. I will share that event on my pages as well pretty soon. Okay, so it is at the Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. It's actually one of the only ballparks that's not owned corporately and not sponsored corporately. It's called the Great American Ballpark, which is actually pretty cool. It's the 86th annual All-Star Game. It's going to be on July 14th, obviously. And now we're going to go over to the National League team. All right, the starting lineup for the National League, the home team, the National League All-Stars. At catcher is going to be Buster Posey. At first base is going to be Paul Goldschmidt. Buster Posey's from the Giants. At first base, Paul Goldschmidt from the Diamondbacks. From at second base, D. Gordon from the Marlins. Third base is going to be your hometown Todd Frazier from the Reds. Shortstop, Johnny Peralta from the Cardinals. Your three starting outfielders are going to be Bryce Harper from the Nationals, and then your two injured starters, Giancarlo Stanton from the Marlins and Matt Holliday from the Cardinals. So replacing Giancarlo Stanton in the starting lineup is going to be Andrew McCutchen from the Pirates, and the replacing injury replacement for Matt Holliday is going to be Ryan Braun. I'll get to that in just a second. And then, so I don't think they've actually announced who's going to be starting for D. Gordon or starting for... Oh, yeah, replacing D. Gordon in the starting lineup is going to be DJ LeMahieu from the Rockies. But they have not announced who's going to be starting for Matt Holliday. They haven't announced that yet. So here are your reserves now. For your reserve catchers, Yadier Molina from the Cardinals, Yasmani Grandal from the Dodgers. Your backup first basemen are going to be Anthony Rizzo from the Cubs and Adrian Gonzalez from the Dodgers. Your backup second baseman is going to be Joe Panik from the Giants, and then his battery mate, or should I say his middle infield mate, is going to be Brandon Crawford from the Giants. He's a backup shortstop, and then Troy Tulowitzki, who is the injury replacement for D. Gordon. He's a backup shortstop as well. He's from the Rockies. Your backup third basemen are going to be Nolan Arenado from the Rockies and Chris Bryant from the Cubs. And then your backup outfielders are going to be Jock Peterson from the Dodgers, AJ Pollock from the Diamondbacks, Justin Upton from the Padres, and then, like I said, injury replacement for Matt Holliday is going to be Ryan Braun from the Brewers. Braun getting into his first All-Star game since his suspension and everything, which I have to say, it's kind of odd that Ryan Braun would get in there, but A-Rod wouldn't. So that doesn't make any sense to me, but it is what it is at this point. All right, your pitchers. Starting pitcher, Max Scherzer from the Nationals. He's actually not going to be pitching at all. I guess he's not available. Then Garrett Cole from the Pirates. Zach Greinke from the Dodgers. Shelby Miller from the Braves. Jacob DeGrom from the Mets. Madison Bumgarner from the Giants. Michael Wacha from the Cardinals. A.J. Burnett for the Yankee. He's from the Pirates now. Trevor Rosenthal from the Cardinals. Mark Melancon from the Pirates. Aroldis Chapman from the Reds. Jonathan Papelbon, formerly of Red Sox, but now he's from the Phillies. And then Francesco Rodriguez from the Brew Crew, the Brewers. So they're so that's the National League All-Star lineups for the All-Star game tomorrow. So I'm going to share that on Facebook right now because, well, quite honestly, I want to share with you what I'm looking at. If you're not watching on Periscope, because nobody is watching on Periscope right now, I will be honest with you about that. If we start getting people to come in, it'd be great. Go follow us, SWE Connecticut. That is on Twitter and Periscope because it's actually the same. All right, it looks like we might have a question or a comment from Facebook. Well, we've got somebody that likes something. Oh, nothing. Never mind. All right, so definitely go to our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/ SWE Sportswire CT, just to ask us any kind of questions because it's pretty cool. All right, so we went over the National League All-Stars. We went over the American League All-Stars, and all right, so we've got a lot of stuff going on. What else we've got going on? Oh yeah, that's right. We have we have the WWE All-Stars. First of all, Battleground is coming up in a couple of weeks live on the WWE Network. And it's looking to be pretty fun, actually, because you're going to have another match between John Cena and Kevin Owens for the United States title because, well, quite honestly, I think that Kevin Owens is actually going to win the U.S. title right now, considering he dropped the NXT title to Finn Balor. So let's see, where are we here? Come on, where are we? I know I just posted it. There's a lot of people talking about the New World Order, and because of all the things that are going on, so many conspiracy theories out there. And you know what? Quite honestly, the only NWO that I care about is the one that was in WCW and WWE. Hall, Nash, and Hogan. Because that's the only NWO that I really care about, the only New World Order that's out there. Let me go here. Where are we? Come on, see more stories. Come on. There we go. There's the WWE All-Stars. All right, so this is from WWE Hall of Famer Mick Foley. As a matter of fact, before we get to Mick Foley's All-Star selections, let's get to another song. We're going to go with AJ Jansen. I didn't play her last week, but she's a regular here on the Sportswire. Here's AJ Jansen with Dirty Country right here on the Sportswire.
On the banks of a bayou, on a well-beaten path, and the songs of the Southland coming on full blast. Gonna take on the night, will be early morning light. Gonna stay out till the cows come home. Give me some low down, hold down, buck kicking kind of sound that makes me wanna dance. Some earth-shaking love, making heartbreaking memories until getting kind of trash. Give me something real, something kind of sultry. Give me some dirty country. About the time I turned 18, I was down in New Orleans, making nice with all the locals in this town. last girl in this country bluesy crowd. Give me some low down, hold down, ball kicking kind of sound that makes me wanna dance. Give me some earth shaking, love making, heartbreaking, motorist and tailgating kind of trash. Give me something real, something kind of sultry. Give me some dirty country. Give me some low down, hold down, ball kicking kind of sound that makes me wanna dance. Give me some earth shaking, love making, heartbreaking, motorist and tailgating kind of trash. Give me something real, oh, something kind of sultry. Give me some dirty country. Give me some low down, hold down, ass kicking kind of sound that makes me wanna dance. Give me some earth shaking, love making, heartbreaking, motorist and tailgating kind of trash. Give me something real, something kind of sultry. Give me some dirty country. Give me some dirty country. Give me some D-I-R-T-Y country.
All right, and that was AJ Jansen right here on the Sportswire with Dirty Country. Definitely a great artist, great country artist, fantastic. She has been touring around the tri-state and New England area. I've yet to make it out to a concert, but I will. I'm looking forward to it. That's the problem about working third shift, is that I can't really make it to these things because they get over too late, and I have to get to work. All right, so before the break, I had talked about WWE Hall of Famer, the hardcore legend Mick Foley. He ended up putting out the WWE All-Star roster in his eyes for the mid-year All-Stars. And, you know, I have to agree with him. The only one I'll get to it, who I think might have been snubbed from Mick Foley's roster. But here we go. So here are your WWE All-Stars, courtesy of Mick Foley. In no particular order. He's going to name his midseason MVP tomorrow, so definitely follow Mick Foley on Facebook, because you know what, he's a fantastic guy. He posts a lot of good stuff. He's intelligent, and you know, great writer and everything and all that. So definitely, you know, follow him on Facebook, Mick Foley. All right, so here we go. The New Day. So I don't understand why the New Day is there. I mean, I agree. I think they've had such a great first half of the year, especially winning the tag team titles and, you know, defending them with the Freebird rule of, you know, or the Wolfpack rule or whatever you want to consider it. But it was originally the Freebird rule of any two can. And the only reason why they lost is because, well, they were forced to defend the title at Beast in the East in Japan. They were forced to defend the title with only two people. Actually, no, that was an Elimination Chamber. They were forced to defend it. No, I'm sorry. That was in the Elimination Chamber. Was a tag team in Elimination Chamber match where all three of them were in there. So they did keep the title there. But at Beast in the East, because Kofi Kingston. Wait, when was it? It was Money in the Bank. I apologize. I'm getting my dates screwed up. It was Money in the Bank that the New Day lost the titles to the Primetime Players, because the New Day, Kofi Kingston was in the Money in the Bank ladder match. That's correct. So it left Big E and Xavier Woods to defend the titles by themselves. So that's what happened. And then, you know, they didn't have that third person to switch out with. So that's why they lost. But they've been doing pretty good using the Freebird rule. And they're looking to become two-time tag team champions at Battleground when they face the PTP, Primetime Players, again. So congrats to them and making it. Brock Lesnar, he's a beast, no doubt about it. I've been pretty critical of Brock over the past, but it hasn't been really Brock that I've been critical of. I've been more critical of how the WWE utilizes him. I don't feel, and I guess this is a throwback to times of Hogan and Savage and Warrior and Austin and The Rock, that if you're the world champion, you should be defending your title, because every episode, or at least once a month at every pay-per-view. I mean, what happened to the 30-day rule where you had to defend your title within 30 days? It seems like that only gets enacted when they have to get the title off of somebody. But Brock Lesnar, I don't like him in the world title picture. I think he's a great attraction, and that he comes back every so often. That's great, but I think the problem with booking Brock the way that he should be booked is that they don't have anybody that can really stand up to Brock, and they don't have the new guys coming up, every 3 months that could really stand up to Brock Lesnar. I was listening to who was it? Jericho? Was it a Jericho podcast, or I think it was maybe even a Ric Flair podcast, or was it Jim Ross? There we go. It was a Jim Ross podcast, and they were talking about certain people who could face Brock Lesnar, and he brought up a name that would be absolutely fantastic against Brock, and for the life of me, I can't remember it. It was on the last podcast. It was part 2 of Mike Tenay's podcast, part 2 of Jim Ross's podcast with Mike Tenay, and he had brought up a name. Oh, who was it? Roman. Well, it wasn't Roman Reigns, because Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar have fought before. For crying out Christmas, I can't remember. It was a younger guy who's in the prime of his career now, or getting into the prime of his career, and I heard it and my jaw dropped. I can't remember it. Maybe I can Google it. Brock Lesnar, possible. Oh, that's right. That's who it was. Samoa Joe. Could you imagine Samoa Joe against Brock Lesnar? That's right. Samoa Joe, who just came to NXT from, TNA and all over the place, against Brock Lesnar. That would be a match to watch. And I think if they did that, they would have to have it at a shoot fight, submission-style match, MMA-style match. That would be fantastic. Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar. Book that for WrestleMania next year. End of story. You sell out the place. No doubt about it. You get the all-time record. Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar. That would be awesome. All right. Next up, Nikki Bella, best diva. Well, she's going to become the longest reigning diva champion ever, I think, because they want to erase AJ Lee from the history books because of her marriage to CM Punk and everything. That's why, they might have Seth Rollins keep the title for a while as well, although I'm not too big on Seth Rollins having the title, but I don't know. That's just me. I'm very picky with who my world champions would be. And I'm only a fan. I don't work for the WWE right now. But Nikki Bella, who, she's been getting a lot better. I have to say that a lot of the Divas matches are getting better, but they're not to where they should be or where they used to be. The WWE did hire a lot of divas, 4 total divas that are basically eye candy and full of drama and all that kind of garbage that wrestling fans really don't want to see anymore. At least I don't. For the most part, I tune out the I tune out the divas matches, unless it's NXT, and that's another thing that I'll talk about after. John Cena, Iron Man. He's a United States champion now, as you all know. He's having fantastic matches with Cesaro over the past couple of weeks, and Kevin Owens over the past couple of months. I think he's finally getting a lot of the respect earned back because he's not doing the 5 moves of doom again anymore. He's actually wrestling. He's got the pop-ups, the springboard stunner now, which has to be tremendously timed. And he's still the face of the company. He's still doing appearances. He's still doing movies. He's still doing everything. As a matter of fact, the story just came out today, or that I saw today, Zeus, Tim, Tiny Lister thinks that John Cena should retire from the WWE and go into movies full time. I don't think that'll ever happen unless he's too old to compete, and he'll still come back every so often. But John Cena's there. Kevin Owens, he's made an impact. In the past few months, his very first match in the WWE was a pay-per-view match against John Cena, and he won. And then the match at Money in the Bank was fantastic as well. He's facing Cena at Battleground for the U.S. title right now. This coming up, and you know what? And from what I heard, he's going to win the title. So that would actually be great for Kevin Owens' career to go ahead and do that. Cesaro, like I said, Cesaro and Cena have been having a great matchup, but Cesaro is an all-around great wrestler. He's finally getting the recognition he deserves. Unfortunately, Tyson Kidd went down with a neck injury, so he's going to be out for about a year. He had a successful surgery, thank goodness, and he'll be on the road to recovery very soon. But I will say that Cesaro is one of the greatest talents. He's underutilized, and he's been one of the greatest talents in the WWE in a long time, and he's been very underutilized lately. I finally got the schedule. Hey, what do you know? My buddy Warren Pollard from the Connecticut Panthers just sent me the schedule for the Panthers, so I'm going to have to go look at that and then the Periscope, but I'll do that at another segment. All right, finishing out, going on with the WWE All-Stars, Sheamus, coming back after WrestleMania 31, he's came back as a monster heel, and, he's now Mr. Money in the Bank. He's, waiting to cash in that, and I think he's going to have a run with Brock, so we'll see how that goes down. And then rounding out the quote-unquote players from the players from the All-Stars would be the three members of the Shield, ironically. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose. For all three of them to be on an All-Star list after mid-year, after breaking up about a year ago now, it's just fantastic. Everybody thought that, usually a faction rolls out one, maybe two good wrestlers, good single stars. The Shield rolled out all three. Look at the Wyatt family. Bray Wyatt obviously spurned out of that. Luke Harper was great for a while, but he kind of died down. Eric Rowan was going to get a good storyline, but he got hurt, and then they put him back with Luke Harper. But for all three of them to make this all-star roster is absolutely fantastic. Roman Reigns is being groomed for the next face of the company. The WWE Universe probably didn't like what happened to the Royal Rumble because they are all idiot marks for Daniel Bryan for some reason. But I really like Roman Reigns, and I think he deserves to be where he is, and definitely in the title picture. Seth Rollins, well, I have to say, no matter how much you don't like his character, he's doing a great job. He's doing a great job in his character, which, his character is made, you have to hate him, basically. So, just fantastic, and, Seth Rollins there. Dean Ambrose as well. You can't, he's a throwback to Mick Foley, and he's actually put some athleticism with Mick Foley's moves, and, that's why, Dean Ambrose would be great. Is great, a great addiction. All right, and then the manager would be Paul Heyman. We all know that. And the coach is J&J Security. Mick Foley really likes J&J Security. And I shared it, and I put, if I was to do an all-star roster of NXT wrestlers, included would definitely be Charlotte, Sasha Banks, Finn Balor, Hideo Itami, Tyler Breeze, Samoa Joe, Mojo Rawley, Becky Lynch, and Bayley. A lot more women on the NXT all-star roster because I feel that the NXT women are not divas. They're just awesome. The NXT women are just awesome. So that's it for the WWE section of our show. Definitely check out the WWE because they're just absolutely awesome. All right. So I just, I think we're going to go to our next song. Yes, Katie Perkins, who's a great Connecticut singer. I'm going to play her right now. I've been playing her the past few episodes, and, she's a fantastic talent. I definitely recommend you go check her out when you can. So here's Katie Perkins with We Can Make It right here on the Sportswire.
I like to sing out loud, feel the sunrise in my heart. It takes away the blue again, dries me up from all the rain. You know I'd walk 1,000 miles. There's something in that boy's smile that makes me love him so. It's so hard to let him go, so I hold on to what we got. We give it all, but they want more. They just don't believe in forever. I'm ready to leave it. I'm ready to prove them wrong. We can fight this hand in hand all on our own. They say we can make it. They tell us it's all wrong. We're gonna break down all those rules and make some of our own. We're both working 9 to 5 to save enough to leave this life, so we can be young and free, somewhere that they can't see, creating all that we had dreamed, enjoying what's in between, every second, every day is love, proving that we'll rise above. Hold on to what we got. We give it all, but they want more. They just don't believe in forever. I'm ready to leave it. I'm ready to prove them wrong. We can fight this hand in hand on our own. They say we won't make it. They tell us it's all wrong. We're gonna break down all those rules and make some of our own. Everybody should see love is only what you make it out to be. He's the air that I breathe. One day I know you'll believe. We're ready to make it. We're ready to prove them wrong. We can fight this hand in hand all on our own. They say we won't make it. They tell us it's all wrong. We're gonna break down all those rules and make some of our own. I know we can make it.
All right, and that was Katie Perkins on Sportswire with We Can Make It. Absolutely awesome. She's like I said, she's a fantastic talent, and I'm proud to be supporting her and playing her. And wow, okay. Oh jeez, oh boy. Anyways, I apologize, folks. I wasn't exactly. I was. I wasn't exactly prepared to get what I got. What I saw on Facebook. All right, so I'm posting up the Connecticut. I just posted it right now to Facebook. The Connecticut Panthers schedule for this year. All home games will be here live right here on Fat Cat Radio. So here we go. I'll read it down. The first game there is going to be the Connecticut Panthers at the Western Connecticut Militia. They play in Danbury, and all right. So they play in Danbury. Connecticut Panthers will be playing in Danbury at the Western Connecticut Militia. All right, 7:25, July 25th, 7 p.m. at Falcon Field in Meriden will be their first home game. They'll be actually playing a TBA. We don't know the game. We don't know the team yet. All right, on August 1st, they'll be playing at the Hartford Colts. I believe they're playing in Dillon Stadium in Hartford. I could be mistaken. I heard it's under renovation, so I don't know where they're playing right now. August 9th, Connecticut Panthers versus the Pioneer Valley Knights. On the 16th, they'll be away at the Connecticut Chiefs. On the 22nd, my birthday, they're going to be away at probably the same team that they're playing on the 25th because that says at TBA. On the 29th, Connecticut Panthers will be playing at home against the Western Connecticut Militia. The 5th of September is a bye week. On September 12th, Connecticut Panthers will be playing against the Hartford Colts at home. Then on the 19th, they'll be playing at the Pioneer Valley Knights. And on the September 26th will be Panthers versus Connecticut Chiefs to round out their games. And that's their final game of the year is going to be at home against the Connecticut Chiefs. All the home games are going to be played at 200 Westfield Road in Meriden. It's called Falcon Field. All home games are at 7 p.m. unless otherwise noted. And all home games will be heard live right here on Fat Cat Radio from the Sportswire. I really thank you for the opportunity to do that because it's going to be great, and I want to bring you great semi-pro football action. It's amazing. If I'm charging, how did I use up so much battery? I don't get it from Periscope. But, it is what it is. I have to, first of all, go add something to my timeline. And it's not going to be added up to the Big Daddy Cool timeline. I posted something. So this is what I'm talking about now. I posted something this past Sunday. I had I posted a lot of I posted a lot of stuff on my Facebook timeline. And a lot of it I agree with. Some of it I don't necessarily agree with, but I. There we go. Some of it I don't necessarily agree with, but I put it up there for conversational purposes only. So this past Sunday meeting yesterday, I posted a couple different things, and I have some different viewpoints on things than the other people. That happened to be my girlfriend this time. After talking with her, she was never really mad at me. We do have different viewpoints about certain things. But anywho, let me get to where I was. I shared something. Now, this has been going around for, I guess, a couple weeks from what I've heard. It was from yesterday, so I have to actually get to it. Apparently, some 21-year-old girl came up with an idea to help the state benefits people that are receiving state benefits. And I have to find it. I think, okay, well, maybe. Yeah. Well, maybe it was quite a while ago. Maybe it wasn't just yesterday. I thought it was. Maybe I deleted the post. Maybe I did. But anyways, it was a post. 21-year-old girl came up with some idea to help. To say if she was in charge, she would do certain things about how to. Save the country money and different ideas about, how people should receive welfare and public assistance and, regardless, the point of the matter is, there was a picture of a really attractive female with, I have to say, about breasts the size, maybe about double D's or maybe bigger, at the bottom, with the assumption that this is a 21-year-old girl that wrote it. I for the life of me can't find it right now. I'm wondering if I deleted the post. But it was basically saying that if this girl was in charge of things, that she would make all people that were receiving state assistance, they would have to be drug tested, and if they have big electronics like Xbox 360s or large screen TVs, they would have to get rid of them and get a job, and because it makes sense. I see a lot of people that are on state assistance driving around with really good cars. I'm driving a 2002. Not that I'm saying that I'm jealous or anything, but it's like if you're on state assistance, how can you afford this kind of money? Because state assistance doesn't provide you a lot of money. I can't find it. So like I said, I'm wondering if I just deleted it. But anyway, so quite honestly, it was one of those things where a lot of things I agreed with. I didn't read the whole thing. I just wanted to see what conversation came out of it. Because I really did. I wanted to see how many people would comment on it, and I think I did delete it because I don't even see it in my. Because I had to add it. I had to add a disclaimer to it to say that it wasn't my thought process. Yeah, I can't find it. All right, well. All right, I guess I must have deleted it, or somebody deleted it for me, or somehow. Maybe I don't know. I'm not going to speculate. But the fact of the matter is, this: when it comes to state assistance and people that are on state assistance, obviously, if you need help, you need help. I'm on state insurance myself right now, and I'm not really, ashamed to admit it. My job doesn't offer insurance, and I don't make enough to actually provide insurance for myself and my son, so I need the help. Do I have computers? Yes, I have computers. Do I have Xbox 360? Yes, I have Xbox 360. And I've had them before I needed help. So, I mean, that's that's what it is. So I understand where my girlfriend was coming from. She had mentioned that this person was only getting shared and liked because she had giant puppies, which in response, my friend, former Sportswire co-host, I guess you will, Kenny, posted saying that, just basically saying with one word, boobies, and that kind of made my girlfriend's point about it. So then he just posted on my timeline. He posted a picture and actually tagged me in it and said, "Boobs are to men what laser pointers are to cats," which kind of makes sense if you think about it. Most men are attracted to puppies. In the words of Jerry Lawler, so that was the first time that I kind of saw a different viewpoint than my girlfriend, and and it wasn't actually the only time we disagreed yesterday. Before I get to that next song, that next part, I'm going to get to my next song. Here's a Twizm Whyte Piece with "Do You Remember." He is our Fat Cat Radio, co-president, I guess you will, now that Big Lou has passed. But he's a fellow DJ here on Fat Cat Radio. Here's Twizm Whyte Piece with "Do You Remember" right here on the Sportswire.
This one's dedicated to the one I still remember. Do you? They say it's better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. Do you remember? All of the kisses, the hugs, the moments that we were totally intoxicated with love. Do you remember? All of the promises, the memories, have you forgotten all of them that easily? I'm sitting here stuck, looking out the window at the rain come and go, the days come and go, the pain come and go, the memories of us that I just can't let go. The moment that we met, our eyes lined up, spying deep inside each other's souls. We both knew from the go we had to grab a hold of this train ride. It started like a roller coaster, now like a children's track, we moving slower. Hollering and screaming, fighting and believing the best we had already achieved. I believe the moment that we accepted defeat came when we stopped fiending for each other, stopped being there for each other. But there is no other that I would have ever put before you. It's just that the proof I had for you wasn't the truth for you. Now I'm sitting here so shattered, feeling like a fool. Does it even matter? Do you remember? The kisses, the hugs, the moments that we were totally intoxicated with love. Do you remember? All of the promises, the memories, have you forgotten all of them that easily? Too many opportunities to recover from the troubles we were dealt, but not enough energy or health to continue to fight the blows being thrown just below the belt. We use words to cut deep like a ginsu. With issues remaining, we never talked and or rearranged behaviors and or actions. I'm thinking back to when I was backtracking, being attacked by your friends, haters, and pretends. Who was there with a shoulder to lend? Who held your hand when the last man left you stranded? Who took you from misery to happiness by being the friend that made you mad at snowball fights in a snowstorm? Candles lit, formed in a heart with warm oil to start the massage, a collage of pictures, prayers uttered together, filled with wishes. Our best intentions never made it to reality. It's a sad reality, thinking of it really. Do you remember? All of the kisses, the hugs, the moments that we were totally intoxicated with love. Do you remember?
All right, and we are back right here on the Sportswire. It is, that was Twizm Whyte Piece with Do You Remember right here on the Sportswire. Definitely a great song. Check him out. He is on Facebook, and I will tag him, obviously, with the post. All right. So, where was I? All right. So, there was one other time yesterday that I kind of had a different outlook than my girlfriend. I had seen a story on Channel 8 here in Connecticut, which is their ABC affiliate, WTNH. And I had seen that that somebody had gone to a flea market in Wallingford, Connecticut, and somebody was selling Confederate and Nazi items, and this person called the cops. Now, first of all, I think Americans get offended by things too easily. That's the very first thing that I'm going to say. They get offended way too easily about things. It's nobody's, if I'm offended about something, you know what? I move on. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. If I'm offended by somebody, move. Basically said that people need to move on. I'm offended by Red Sox merchandise, but people still sell it. I just move on because I'm a Yankees fan. And then my girlfriend, shot back and said, how could you liken something like that to, hatred to a sports rivalry compared to things that stand for hatred. First of all, let me respond to that. Not that I want to air any. It's part of United States history. And if to present that flag, and if somebody flag because it's historical, just like, and the other thing is, with the that wasn't items themselves. Not to mention, if you're offended, why would you call 911? My buddy, Kerry Collins, who was on KC101 for the longest time, he's back in Connecticut with Clear Channel. I think he's doing a show on the River 105.9 or the Connecticut Whale 105.9 now or whatever it is. He said the same thing, that, it's not illegal. Selling the items are legal, regardless of whether it's at a flea market, a tag sale, in a store, whatever, what have you. The Dukes of Hazzard car. And that's the other thing, the Dukes of Hazzard car had the rebel flag on the top. Okay, it's always been a sign of rebellion, never a sign of slavery. And I think it was like the Hallmark Channel or something canceled the Dukes of Hazzard because of it. I think that's absolutely ridiculous, redonkulous even. I'm not saying that I condone slavery or hatred or any of that. I would never, ever, ever. But the items themselves, people collect them. They're worth money. If you choose to buy them to burn them, fine. That's your prerogative. But people have the right to sell them, just like people have the right, to sell. For example, here we go. The whole LGBT movement. If that offends people, you can't stop it. If it offends Christians, you can't stop it. You can't be so hateful on it that it's going to stop. No, absolutely not. So does that mean you're going to call 911 every time you see a church, or you see a Bible? Absolutely not. That's ludicrous. If you're offended by something, move on. Change the channel. Move to another store. Move to another place. That's my point. If you're offended by something, you don't have to buy the stuff. You don't have to support that TV show. You don't have to support that podcast. You don't have to support that store. You move on. and you bring your business and your business and your attention elsewhere. That's the key to it. So that was my whole point. Not that I condone slavery or anything. I think that people I honestly think Americans get offended way too easily about things. You know, it's like if someone farts the wrong way because the smell crawls up their nose, they get offended. You know, people get offended over the littlest freaking things nowadays. You know, it's like, grow up. You know, I've been there. I've done that. You know, I've seen that, you know, when I started dating my girlfriend, you know, it's like people from church would come up to me, and somebody from church did come up to me and said, you know, you got to do this, this, and this, and here's an ultimatum. And I just didn't take kindly to that. I don't take kindly to ultimatums. I don't like the hatred in the world anymore. It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay? You know, people are offended because I decided to go outside of the church for my relationship. And, you know, and that's what it boils down to. You know, and you know what? Move on. And that's why I've posted stuff on Facebook saying, if you're offended by what I post, you don't have to follow me. You don't have to friend me. Move on. And that's what it boils down to. You know, and I think, you know, my girlfriend and I were trying to get to the same place, but just taking completely different routes. And then, you know, and yes, I posted a public apology online, you know, and she told me that she was never mad at me, you know, where we'd have difference of opinions on certain things. And, you know, I mean, that's what it boils down to. But yeah, I don't like when people get offended so easily about stupid crap. Get offended about poverty. Get offended about hatred. Get offended about war. That's the kind of stuff we should be getting offended by, not artifacts from the past, okay, that are just items. They're not symbols of anything. They're items. They're worth money. They're for collectors. If I wanted to go out and buy a Chris Benoit wrestling figure, or I have an autograph from Chris Benoit, it's going to offend some people because of what he did to his wife and kid, which was actually horrific. I would never condone anything like that. But it's a collector's item. Okay? I collect wrestling memorabilia. And if I chose to sell it, or if I chose to want to have it, I wouldn't want somebody calling the cops on me because I'm selling something of Chris Benoit's. Okay? That's what it boils down to. That's the same thing. If you're offended by something, you don't call the cops. You move on. You cannot do anything about it. You cannot change people's ideas. You cannot change people's thoughts. You cannot change what other people want to do. But I myself am choosing to say, you know what? Move on. I love you regardless. I love everybody, regardless of the color of skin, regardless of nationality, regardless of race, regardless of your ideas. It's about love nowadays, okay? And then we're going to go to our final song with Never Forget by Jenna Marotta, right here on the Sportswire. We're going to go to that right now.
Can't fight without you, baby. Go slow, you move too quickly. Wasn't ready to fly on my own. You grew to love me, baby. Our love was not forsaken. We took a vow all the time. I'll find you in heaven. And when I get there, we'll get together. safe. Never forget. Never forget. Never forget.
All right. We are back right here on the Sportswire, and that was Jenna Marotta, Never Forget. All right, so before the break, I was talking about a couple of, before the past couple of songs, I was talking about a couple of reasons about how I pissed off, or I thought I pissed off my girlfriend, but, you know, we had difference of opinion. But, you know, that's how it is. So I apologize if I offended you, but you don't have to listen to this podcast. I hope you still do. But either way, I want to thank you for your patronage and getting us up there, getting our listens up there. We're over 1,000 now, and you know, we're getting some pretty good, big traction on iTunes. So thank you very much for that. Remember, you can always go to iTunes and search, go to the podcast page, search Sportswire, look for our flame logo, and subscribe. Every time I post a new episode, it comes right to your phone, or iPod, or iPad, or you know, whatever you're listening to iTunes on, it comes directly there. Okay, so very last thing before I get to our final segment of the show, I do want to say that Donald Trump has been completely outspoken. Number one, I love the fact that he's number one in the Republican race right now. Granted, we're still a year and a half away from actually voting, but Donald Trump, who I fully endorse for president, he has said it like it is. I guess over the weekend, the biggest Mexican drug lord has escaped from an American prison. El Chapo or Churpo or Chipo or whatever his name is. He escaped from prison. And Donald Trump basically came out and said, I told you so. Because, you know, this country is lax on a lot of things. And he says it like it is. You know, he may piss people off. And I guess the legal Mexican immigrants, the legal immigrants that came here, are actually for Donald Trump. Because here's the thing, and what I really don't understand about people right now is they're getting offended, again, by Donald Trump saying that, you know, the people that come over from Mexico illegally are the bottom of the barrel. And you know what? He's right. Because if you come here illegally, you might want the American dream. That's fine. But go about it the legal way. Become a citizen. You know, start paying taxes. Because there's millions of undocumented people here that are making money under the table, which is American money, not getting taxed on it, sending it back to Mexico to help their family. That, in my opinion, is absolutely wrong. You know, it's not against the entire Mexican people. It's about the people that sneak over here and don't want to become citizens, or they make sure to have a baby as an anchor, and then they can't be, you know, deported because they have a child here that's an American citizen. Well, you know what? Then within 2 years, you should be forced to become an American citizen, and that's all there is to it. You know, it's just like how lax can America be? Okay, so before I offend more people and get nobody listening to this show, I'm going to stop. I'm going to get to our final segment of the show. And that is our dumb law of the day. We're going out west this episode. We're going to Cali. Now, here's one. Very first one. California prison workers will no longer, of course, these are from dumblaws.com. To let a dog pursue a bear or a bobcat at any time. Okay. In San Jose and Sunnyvale, it is illegal for grocery stores to provide plastic bags. Yes, I've heard that. It means that they can only give out paper bags. Animals are banned from mating publicly within 1,500 feet of a tavern, school, or place of worship. Okay, first of all, an animal is banned. How are you going to tell an animal, no, you cannot mate right here? I mean, animals can't read English, last I knew, and you're going to give an animal a fine? Give me a break. That's just stupid. Bathhouses are against the law. Bathhouses, I think, are from, you know, Asia or Europe, where, you know, people just go there and sit in a bath and have sex or whatever, lewd activity. It's like an adult theater or something. So they're against the law. I'm sure they still happen, but they're against the law. Sunshine is guaranteed to the masses. Well, I'll be damned. I'm glad that you came up with a law that said sunshine is guaranteed to the masses. Like you have any control over sunshine at all. What happens if a cloud comes and blocks the sun? Are you holding yourself in contempt? Hey, bunch of morons. That's why California's broke. I wonder if that came out while Arnold Schwarzenegger was the governor. It is a misdemeanor to shoot at any kind of game from a moving vehicle unless the target is a whale. Okay, so that means that you can shoot a whale from a moving vehicle, probably a boat, but you can't shoot at a bear from a car or a tiger or a deer from a car. All right. Women may not drive in a house coat. Well, I don't exactly know what a house coat is. I'm assuming it's a robe from the olden days. No vehicle without a driver may exceed 60 miles an hour. Well, let's see. If you don't have a driver, I don't think you're going anywhere. I'm assuming that means, if you set up something like a radio controller or something that can't exceed 60 miles an hour. Oh, my goodness gracious. City laws in California. Here we go. In Alhambra, California, you cannot leave your car on the street overnight without the proper permit. Well, that's in a lot of places, actually. Bicycle pool. I don't know why you would want to try to ride a bicycle in a swimming pool in the first place, but it's illegal in Baldwin Park. In Belvedere, California, City Council order reads, no dog shall be in a public place without its master on a leash. Well, the law itself makes sense. The way it's written, though, no dog shall be in a public place without its master on a leash means the dog is walking the master on the leash instead of the master walking the dog on the leash. That's the way it reads. In Blythe, California, you are not permitted to wear cowboy boots unless you already own at least 2 cows. Okay. There goes, well, I'm not going to say it. In Burlingame, California, it is illegal to spit with the exception of baseball diamonds. Okay. In Carmel, California, a man can't go outside while wearing a jacket and pants that do not match. That's ridiculous. An ice cream may not be eaten while standing on the sidewalk. It was repealed when Clint Eastwood was the mayor. And then women may not wear high heels while in the city limits. Okay, that's just absolutely ridiculous. So those are your dumb laws of the day from California. Well, that actually rhymed. So I might actually add some more segments like Facebook posts and stuff on it. All right, I guess that's about it. We've done 85 minutes, probably by far our longest episode of the Sports Wire. No, we've done 90 minutes before, but we're doing good. All right, I want to thank our singers, our musical talent, Katie Perkins, Twizm Whyte Piece, J-Deuce, AJ Jansen, Jenna Marotta. Awesome talents. We'll be back on either Thursday or Friday with another episode of the Sports Wire. On our next episode, we'll talk about a lot of stuff. Maybe we'll talk about the All-Star Game results. But, hey, you know what? Enjoy the All-Star Game. Enjoy the Home Run Derby. Thank you for listening to the Sports Wire. And, just keep on keeping on. Follow us on our websites, www.swe-ct.com, www.myfatcatradio.com, facebook.com/SportswireCT, facebook.com/BDC Vinny Apicella, facebook.com/Fat Cat Radio Enterprise. Also, you could follow us on SoundCloud, Twitter, Periscope, Tumblr, Instagram, Foursquare, Pinterest is at SWE Connecticut. On YouTube and Google Plus is Sportswire SWE. And then you can always go over to iTunes. Go to the podcast page. Search Sportswire. Look for our flame logo. and you could subscribe or download there, and every new episode comes directly to your listening device. Thank you for listening, folks. I've had a great time. Always try to contact us with questions, because I'm always looking for new questions. I'm also looking for a co-host. I'm also looking for people that want to do an interview. So thank you for everything, folks. And, stay tuned for the next episode of The Sportswire.